You're welcome. We'll get you started right now. So we are recording.
Awesome. Well, hi, everyone. My name is Colleen Burke. I'm an admission counselor at St. Mary's College. Sarah, if you want to introduce yourself.
Yes. Hi, everyone. I'm Sarah. I'm also an admission counselor at St. Mary's. I've been working here for a little over a year now. Colleen or Claire and Alex?
Yeah, my name is Claire McNamara. I'm also an admissions counselor here at St. Mary's College, and I, like Sarah, have been working for about over a year. So excited to be here.
Hey everyone, my name is Alex Bauer. No surprise, I also am one of our admission team members at St. Mary's College. Excited to be here today. I'm from South Bend originally, so I am a native Hoosier and work with our students here in the local area in the greater South Bend, Mishawaka, over through Elkhart area. So thanks for joining us today.
Awesome. So we are going to share some information with all of you about St. Mary's and kind of give a little bit of an overview of who we are, talk about our academics, the admission process, of course, as well. And if anybody has any questions throughout the presentation, you're welcome to put them in the chat box, and we would be happy to answer them as we are going through everything. So just a little bit of information about St. Mary's. We are, of course, located here in Indiana. We are up here in Notre Dame, Indiana, across the street from the University of Notre Dame and next door to Holy Cross College. We have roughly around 1,600 students on campus. You can see we have around 68% of our students coming from out of state and 32% coming from Indiana. So what's nice as well, you'll of course get to meet students here from the state of Indiana and have that connection. It's also nice knowing that you'll have a very diverse population when it comes to where the majority of our students are coming from, which will really allow you to get to learn from your classmates and from their different backgrounds and really get that very diverse experience on campus. We have 43 states and territories represented along with 16 countries. And then 20% of our students are coming from underrepresented populations and 27% of our students are first generation.
So a little bit about Indiana specific St. Mary's facts. First of all, just starting with where exactly St. Mary's is. We pulled some major cities from the state of Indiana and found out just about how far they are away from St. Mary's. So you can see up there, a little French cross is exactly where St. Mary's is located, just a couple miles north of South Bend. And then we have some stars for other major cities. But on this list, you can see that Indianapolis, we're only about 150 miles away. It is a straight drive up 31. It's a very easy drive to do. From Fort Wayne, we're only about 93 miles, depending on which part of Fort Wayne you're in. Evansville is about 321, definitely the farthest from us, but still a very doable drive for sure. And then Bloomington, about 200 miles. Gary, we're only about 64 miles away from. New Albany, 260, Lafayette, 110, and then South Bend, of course, like I said, just a few miles with 3. So a little bit about Hoosiers at St. Mary's. We wanted to kind of elaborate on what's special about the South Bend area and what's special about the students from Indiana that come to St. Mary's. So what exactly makes the South Bend area special? So some of our lovely admission counselors pulled some facts about the South Bend area that we all were very proud of and wanted to share. So it's actually the 4th largest city in the state of Indiana. A lot of people don't realize, but the city of South Bend actually has over 100,000 residents. So you are right up the street from a pretty major city. So you have all the city life you could ever need, but we do have a really quiet space for our students in Notre Dame. So you really get the best of both worlds in the area that we're in. We are also home to the original Hacienda restaurant. We all love Hacienda around Indiana. There's about 14 locations all the way from South Bend to Evansville and everywhere in between. We do have one of only 2 Apple stores in the state of Indiana. The other is located in Indianapolis. South Bend is also home to the oldest zoo in the state of Indiana, the Potawatomi Zoo. It was founded, I believe, in 1902. So it is the oldest zoo in the state of Indiana, but also just a really old zoo in general. It's a really awesome zoo. Definitely recommend visiting. We also average about 82 inches of snow per year. So if you're from Indiana, you're definitely used to snow, but maybe some of those southern Indiana residents aren't quite used to 82 inches, but that was pretty shocking to me. But we definitely love our snow, wear our snow boots, get our snow tires up here, and get prepared every year around this time of the fall. South Bend also has sister cities in 3 different countries. We have a lot of Polish and German heritage in our city, so it makes sense that we have sister cities in Poland and Germany, but we also have a sister city in Mexico, so that's pretty incredible. Students are really coming from all over the state. This is a very short list of some of the major spots that our students are coming from. We saw Elkhart, Fishers, Fort Wayne, Granger, LaPorte, Mishawaka, Munster, New Carlisle, South Bend, but really our students are coming from all over the state of Indiana. Those are just some of our most popular ones. A little bit about 21st Century Scholars as well. If you are an Indiana resident that qualifies for the 21st Century Scholarship, as a private college in Indiana, we do accept 21st Century Scholars. Last year, the set amount for students going to a private college in Indiana was around $8,500. We don't have the exact amount for this year yet, but you can count on it to be pretty similar. 21st Century Scholars is a really incredible program, and as a private college, we definitely support it and accept it.
Sarah?
I muted myself, my mistake. So at St. Mary's, we also really focus on academic excellence. Of course, we are an academic institution of higher education. Our goal is to educate you and develop you in the classroom, but we also want you to grow outside of the classroom, which we'll get into in a little bit. But when you're in the classes at St. Mary's, it's not going to be a 300-person lecture hall. You are not going to be in a massive room with hundreds of students. That would be almost a quarter of our student body. That's just not our teaching model. Your average class at St. Mary's is going to be between 15, 16, 17 students. Your professor is going to know your name. They're going to know your strengths, your weaknesses. They're going to know when you're in class and when you're not, which can be a good or a bad thing. But they're really going to know who you are. They're going to know your goals, and they're going to help you get there. So every student at St. Mary's, the goal is to get an individualized and personalized education. We really want you to work on your goals and have that support from your professors inside the classroom and just in everything that we offer academically. So by the time you graduate, you're definitely going to have professors that are mentors for you professionally, but typically our students also find friendships with their professors by the end of their 4 years. These are going to be people that you can go to when you need a recommendation letter for a job, for grad school, when you just need advice or when you just need help in the future. You're definitely going to have those mentorships in your professors. We do have over 50 different academic programs that we offer our students. That's majors, minors, concentrations, pretty much anything you can think of, we offer at St. Mary's. Our most popular programs, we are definitely well known for our nursing program. Biology is always going to be a popular program no matter which college you're looking at, but that's definitely an awesome program at St. Mary's. We see a lot of students in our business program, a lot of students in, of course, education. Some of the special programs that we have that are very unique to St. Mary's or very unique in general. I did mention our nursing program. We are very well known for that, but we also have a fantastic speech language pathology department. We also have a dual degree engineering program at the University of Notre Dame. We also have a social work program. We do have some graduate opportunities for our students as well. One of those is a 4+1 program in data science where you can actually get your master's at St. Mary's. But then we also have graduate programs in speech language pathology, a master's in autism studies. So really you can continue, and we also have a doctor of nursing practice at St. Mary's. Very important to mention that. But really you can stay at St. Mary's to get your master's degree in multiple fields. It's not just necessarily undergrad opportunities that we're offering our students. Something that definitely sets us apart from other undergraduate institutions is the research opportunities that we offer our students. So sometimes at bigger schools, you're going to have to wait till your senior year to do research. You're going to have to stay and pay extra to do research over the summer. Sometimes you're not even going to do research until grad school. But at St. Mary's, research is ingrained into the curriculum for our students starting in your first year. So by the end of your time at St. Mary's, you are going to be able to confidently come up with a research question, a research design. You're going to be able to conduct research, analyze it, and ultimately present it. So a lot of our students are published writers. A lot of our students present at national conferences. So our goal is to give you that hands-on in the field experience starting early so that you can be fully prepared, not only for a career, but if you do decide to further your education with a graduate degree, we want you to be able to be confident and be prepared to go out and take on whatever step you want to go into after St. Mary's.
So hopefully all of you who came to hear from us this afternoon know that we're a women's college. If not, surprise, we are. And I'm not sure how everybody in the room is feeling about the idea of attending a women's college. I know as an alumna of the college myself, it was something I was very apprehensive about when I was in high school. I was not quite sure what the women's college experience was going to bring. I wasn't as familiar with the idea of women's colleges, so the idea of attending St. Mary's was absolutely terrifying to me, if I'm being completely honest with all of you. But what I quickly found, and what I hope all of you will find as well too, is that there are so many amazing benefits that go along with being at a women's college. Since we are a smaller institution, it's so nice knowing that you are part of that extremely supportive and tight-knit community, and a place that you truly get to be yourself and you get to pursue what it is you're extremely passionate about. Having that support from the other women in class with you and from your faculty members, advisors, everyone on campus wants to see you be successful both in and outside the classroom. It's nice knowing that you're also in a very empowering environment and a place that you really get to build your confidence up over your 4 years, grow as a leader on campus as well too. All of those skills are going to be so beneficial for you to have as you graduate and go into the real world and go into jobs and graduate programs. And it's nice knowing that here at St. Mary's, our students really are able to gain those skills and utilize them both in the classroom and outside the classroom as well too. I can also say from personal experience, it is a beautiful thing waking up at 8 a.m. for an 8 a.m. class and not having to do your hair, makeup, anything, because there's nobody in the classroom that you're trying to impress. You can really just go and focus on yourself and your academics and pursue, again, what it is that you're really passionate about. You can see here as well too that women who go and attend women's colleges are more likely to go on to complete a graduate degree, and women who attend women's colleges also feel more prepared for their jobs than women who graduate from public universities. Again, I think a lot of this truly is the confidence that our students are building during their 4 years, that they know that if they want to go to grad school, they have the ability to go do so. They know that they are prepared to go into those programs and they have that confidence to go be successful in that work that they're doing. Same when it comes to work in their jobs and careers that they may be entering in after they graduate. Just having that confidence and knowing that they can truly go out there and do whatever it is that they're looking to do, I think is a huge part as to why women do go on and complete those graduate degrees and feel more prepared from their jobs, when they're graduating from women's colleges. And you can see our students truly are successful here at St. Mary's. We have 95% of our recent graduates either employed or enrolled in a grad school within 1 year of graduation. So while it will be bittersweet when you graduate and you move away from St. Mary's, it's nice knowing that you're going to have all the skills and everything necessary to go and be successful in the work that you'll be doing after you graduate. Here at St. Mary's, we have a career fair hosted every fall. So it's nice that students can start having those conversations with employers and start having an idea of the types of questions they may ask you that you're going to want to ask them as you start kind of going down that path towards your senior year and really kind of looking to apply for jobs. Notre Dame has one as well too that our students can go and take advantage of as well. We also have our Career Crossings office on campus. It is not just for our second semester seniors trying to figure out what they're going to do when they graduate in a few months. All of our students starting their first year at St. Mary's can go and utilize this office. They help students with everything from choosing a major to resume building, cover letter help, mock interviews for job and grad school. They do different workshops during the academic year as well too. And they also have an alumni resource network that has over 8,000 alums in that network that students can connect with. That is actually how I found an internship myself in Chicago my junior year at St. Mary's, was through this network. I connected with an alum, the conversation then moved into an interview, which then ultimately landed an internship working at a nonprofit. So it's nice knowing that you really are going to have access to all these amazing resources to really prepare you to go be successful as you graduate. Just a few places that you can see our students have ended up. We've had students end up working at Google, the Cleveland Clinic, Amazon, Disney, MSNBC, US Congress, and the Peace Corps. We've also had students attend graduate school at St. Mary's. As Sarah mentioned earlier, we do have 4 graduate programs offered on campus. We have our Master's of Science in Speech Language Pathology, our Master's of Autism Studies, a doctorate in nursing practicing, and then a Master's of Data Science as well too. So we'll have students come back to St. Mary's and pursue those programs here on our campus. We've had students end up at Columbia, Notre Dame, Georgetown, MIT, and London School of Economics as well. So you can see our students do truly go not only all over the country, but the world as well when they leave St. Mary's.
So some of you might have heard of the University of Notre Dame. It is a pretty big school, a pretty big name, and we are very fortunate to be neighbors with them. So we are both Holy Cross colleges. For those of you who do not know, Notre Dame was actually an all-boys school up until around the 70s. Unfortunately, they did go co-ed on us, but we have always been all women, but we do have that long-term connection. It's a very long-term relationship that we have with the University of Notre Dame and the Fighting Irish. With that being said, I like to preface this part of the discussion with St. Mary's is an independent college. We are our own institution. We have everything that we could possibly ever need to sustain our students every single day of the week, every single week of the year, every single year. So we have students who really come to St. Mary's just because they want that small, tight-knit community feel on their college campus. They want that all girls experience. They just want the small campus feel, and that's fantastic. But we also have students who come to our campus because they thrive in a small class setting, but they've really wanted to go to a big school all their life. And really they can get the best of both worlds with that awesome partnership that we have with Notre Dame. So when I say right across the street from Notre Dame, I mean, you could walk to parts of their campus in 10 minutes. You know, I think it takes about a 20-minute walk to get to the stadium at Notre Dame, and then we are right next door to Holy Cross as well. So we do have an academic connection with Notre Dame. Our students are able to take classes on their campus in your sophomore and junior year. You can take one class and a semester, and then in your senior year, you can take 2 classes a semester. That is a mutual partnership. Their students are also able to take classes on our campus. Each school has programs that the other doesn't offer. But really the world is your oyster and you are able to take any class that you're curious about. We do see a lot of crossover between theology. So a lot of students want to take religious studies courses on Notre Dame's campus because we do offer some on ours, but they offer more. And you're more than welcome to take theology courses. But we also see a lot of crossover with languages. We have a fantastic language department at St. Mary's, but Notre Dame has an exceptional languages department where they just offer ones that we don't. They have a much longer list, and that's awesome. If you want to try to take Russian or Arabic, you are more than welcome to take that at the University of Notre Dame. The example I always use about that academic connection, because the amount of classes that you're able to take equal out to about a minor if you were going to take the same classes or classes in the same department for every semester that you're able to. We had one student a couple years ago who wanted to do international business in Russia. We offer a fantastic business program. That is a major that we have at St. Mary's that a lot of students choose to pursue, but unfortunately we don't offer Russian. So every semester that she was able to take classes at Notre Dame in her sophomore, junior, and senior year, she took Russian courses. So when she graduated from St. Mary's, all those Russian credits showed up on her transcript, and she was able to graduate and pursue her career with international business in Russia, and then she was fluent in Russian. So she was able to pursue both of her dreams because of that connection that we have. So that's just one example of that connection that we have academically. But for the fun stuff, we do have over 500 joint clubs and activities between the 3 campuses. We do have service organizations, academics, arts, sports, really anything that you can think of. And if for some reason we do not have a club that you are looking for, I always encourage our St. Mary's students to be strong, independent, spearheaded women and start your own club. Add it to the list, make sure I'm sure there's at least one other student on our campus who is interested in joining. So if we don't offer something you're looking for, definitely don't be shy and don't be scared to start it yourself. But that is a very long list of organizations that we offer. One of the great examples you can see in this picture on this slide for that relationship that we have with Notre Dame is the marching band. So each year there's around 400 students in the Notre Dame marching band, and usually around a quarter of those students are actually St. Mary's students. So this year was the first year in the history of the Notre Dame marching band that all 3 drum majors were women. And actually one of those women is a St. Mary's belle. So that's really awesome and just an embodiment of that connection that we have. So really it is an awesome opportunity for our students to get involved in just a bigger community. Again, we have students who never step foot on the Notre Dame campus. That's fine. We have students who have a ton of friends at Notre Dame, take classes, go to all the football games, are very involved in the Notre Dame community, and that's great. Most of our students fall somewhere in the middle of that spectrum where they'll take a class here and there, they'll go to a football game, they'll have friends, be in a club, but they'll also spend a lot of their time at St. Mary's. So you really do get the best of both worlds. We at St. Mary's just try to leave doors open for students and leave it up to you to walk through them. We give you the resources and support you need, but we kind of leave it up to you. And that's that lies true with our connection to Notre Dame as well. But with that connection to Notre Dame and Holy Cross, you will get a completely normal co-ed college experience. The reason I say that is because a lot of students think that coming to an all-women's college means you're going to miss out on a lot of stuff about college, but that is completely not the case because we're very fortunate to be part of a larger co-ed community. So you'll still get those dances, you'll still get the D1 football games, you'll still sit in the student section at sports, you'll still get all those social events if you're looking for them. They are right across the street and very much part of our community.
So along with that, while we do have that very close relationship with the University of Notre Dame and something that our students can very much go and take advantage of and have that big school co-ed experience, we also have a ton of opportunities available on our campus for students to get involved in as well too. We are a Catholic institution. We were founded by the Sisters of the Holy Cross in 1844, and we do actually still have our sisters present on campus. I think it is a wonderful way that we are holding on to our history, heritage, tradition, a little bit of who we are and where we came from still present on campus for our students. If you are a Catholic and you're looking for that experience, what's great is we have everything that you may be looking for in regard to resources. We have chapels in all of our residence halls that are open 24/7 for students. We have mass held daily on campus. We have our office for campus ministry and our office for spirituality and life on campus as well too. You know, if you are looking to have that Catholic experience, you are Catholic and that's something you want. What's nice is you really do have the opportunity to grow in your faith and spirituality in your own way and in your own time. And if that's not something that you're looking for, that is perfectly fine. It is not anything that we're going to force upon you. We're not going to make you go to mass or get involved in anything you don't want to do. But just know that that experience is 100% there if it's something that you're looking for. Along with that, we do have a very strong focus of social justice on our campus. We actually have around 80% of our students giving back to the community in some way through volunteer and service work. And a lot of that is through the efforts that we have through our Office of Civic and Social Engagement. So whether our students are getting involved on our campus and doing volunteer work here within the South Bend community, within the continental US, or even through some of our abroad programs that we have offered as well too. You know, what's nice is our students truly are giving back to the communities around us and really working to serve others. So just know that if that is something that really kind of aligns with your own personal core values and something that you're looking for in a college experience, just know that not only is it something that we have offered on our campus, but it's also very supported and encouraged to get involved in as well too. I know I touched on this beforehand, but the leadership opportunities that our students have, it's just nice knowing that they are here for you. Being a women's college, what's great is all the leadership opportunities that we have available on campus are for women on campus. These are opportunities I know that I don't think I would have gotten involved in if I had been at a larger school or even a co-ed school as well. So it's just nice knowing that if you're looking to grow as a leader, you can do that. All of the higher positions on campus, the student body president, presidents and vice presidents of all the big boards and clubs and organizations are all held by women here on campus. We also have students who get involved in leadership opportunities across the street. And again, a lot of that really is that confidence and empowerment that they're getting on our campus to go and pursue those opportunities in the clubs and organizations that they're involved in as well. We also every year actually have a senior who sits on the board of trustees, which is a huge leadership position that you typically do not see at other institutions. So it's nice knowing that, again, those skills are something that you're definitely going to get during your time at St. Mary's. And along with that, we do have athletics. I'm not sure if we have any athletes in the room here today, but we do have athletics. We are an NCAA D3 institution. We're part of the MIAA, so the Michigan Intercollegiate Athletic Association, which is actually the oldest conference here in the United States, which is really exciting. Our student athletes are competing against schools that are, for the most part, in the Michigan area, but a lot of those schools are actually nationally ranked in some of their sports. So what's nice is you really do get that very competitive NCAA varsity sport experience. But as a former St. Mary's athlete myself, I can say what's awesome about athletics on campus is while you still get that experience, you're not going to sacrifice, you know, your classwork or anything like that, your academics, or maybe the social life that you may be looking for. You really kind of get a nice strong balance. If you're interested in athletics, just know that we do have varsity sports at that NCAA level for basketball, cross country, lacrosse, soccer, tennis, softball, volleyball, and softball as well too. Did I say one twice? I think I may have. If not, I think I got them all, which is amazing. So just know that those are a lot of the opportunities. Well, that's just a short list. There's so many ways our students can get involved on campus, but just like a glimpse of what you could be doing with your St. Mary's experience. We also have our students studying abroad at St. Mary's, which is something I definitely recommend, whether you're looking at studying abroad here or just something that you're interested in general. I studied abroad the second semester of my sophomore year. I think my parents were shocked I came home. I really wanted to write out my visa in Ireland. Very much contemplated it, but I knew St. Mary's was calling me back. So I ended up coming back home. But what's nice is if you are looking to go get that global experience, you can very much do that here at St. Mary's. We actually have around 50% of our students studying abroad at some point. So it's nice knowing that you can go abroad, you can get that global experience that you may be looking for, and then you can carry that back into the academics and the work that you'll be doing at St. Mary's. We typically have our students study abroad sometime during their sophomore year, just because here at St. Mary's, we don't have our students officially declare a major until the end of their sophomore year. So just know that you'll be able to go abroad during, at some point during that year, we have semester programs and year-long programs as well, along with semester break and summer programs. We have 38 options in nearly 20 different countries. So we literally have programs all over the world in every continent except Antarctica. Y'all are from Indiana, you know, it gets cold here. Nobody wants to go to the cold places. So just know that there's a lot of opportunities that you can study abroad. Our more popular programs are Ireland, Rome, and Spain. We have a summer European tour that our students can get involved in as well too. And one of our more unique study abroad programs that we have offered is actually our Uganda program, which is specifically geared for our nursing students and our speech language pathology students who are actually traveling to Uganda and providing treatment and services to individuals within the community there. It really aligns again with the mission of the college and the core values that we hold. And again, it's a way that our students truly are giving back to that global community on a greater scale. So again, just know that if study abroad is something that you're really passionate about and that you want to get involved in, you can very much have that experience here at St. Mary's.
So really quickly, I'll just run through the admission process. We are a very accessible school to apply to. So our application can be found on the Common App. There is no fee associated with our application. And we do have 2 routes that our students can take to apply. So you can see on the screen, we have early decision and regular decision. Early decision is a route that I encourage students who are 110% sure St. Mary's is the place they want to be. They are a belle through and through. They are ready to walk down the avenue next year. They know they want to be here. That is the route for them. The reason I say that is because early decision is a binding agreement. So you do have to sign a paper. You have to have your guardian and your counselor sign that paper as well, basically saying that when you're accepted to St. Mary's, you fully intend to come here and you will pull your acceptances from any other colleges that you're admitted to. So early decision, like I said, for those students who are 110% sure, it is a quicker timeline. So that application deadline is November 15th. And then your deposit deadline is also going to be earlier. It's going to be January 15th. Our other route is regular decision. And by far, the majority of our students use regular decision. It is a looser timeline. It is a great option for students who are still kind of weighing the pros and cons of other schools, trying to figure out which is the best fit for them. We understand that not every student is going to be 110% gung-ho about St. Mary's. We wish they could be, but most students aren't going to be that way about most of the schools that they're looking at. So we do have this option for students who kind of want to look around and have a looser timeline and have a little less head-on commitment with their college. So that is a later application deadline with February 15th. It is a later deposit deadline with May 1st, just a longer timeline, as I said. If you want to go to the next slide, Colleen. Thank you. Some of the things that we require, obviously we require that you submit your application via the Common App. We do require an official high school transcript that's sent in by your counselor at your high school. We do require a personal essay. So on the Common App, you get to choose from 5, 6, 7 different essay topics. I always encourage students to take their time on that essay and really pick a topic that means something to you, which I'll get into a little bit more on the next slide. But we do also require test scores if you are applying with them. We are a test optional school, so that means that you do not have to submit test scores to us. We know that especially this year, not every student has even had access to take the SAT and ACT, but we have been a test optional school for a while. We did used to have a GPA minimum requirement. We did drop that. So if you have heard from us in years past and thought that we had a GPA requirement, please know that we are now open for all students to apply test optional. But if you are not applying with that route, you definitely have to submit those test scores. We take the SAT, ACT, SAT, either or, combination of both. We also super score, so please send us every score that you've received on the tests. And then we also require a counselor letter of recommendation, and usually that includes a secondary school report, and that's all from your counselor. Just a little elaboration on our test optional policy. We just like to emphasize that our office definitely does reserve the right to request any additional documents if we think it's necessary. So if we want an additional writing sample or if we want some extra grades to see from you, we are definitely able to request those. And it's important to note that international students are not eligible to apply test optional, but definitely reach out to our international admission counselor if you have any questions about that. So a little bit about our decision process. What makes St. Mary's so special is definitely our individualized and personalized approach, which I had mentioned before when talking about our academics. That actually starts when you're in high school. So when you express any interest in St. Mary's, our goal is to make your whole experience personalized and to you, because you are a living, breathing person, and that is how we look at you throughout the admission process. So how we make our decisions, we obviously look at your grades. We are an academic institution. We want to see that our students are doing well. We love to see honors courses, AP courses. You definitely don't have to fill your whole schedule with honors and APs, but we definitely love to see them. But we also look at grade trends. So we like to see a positive and upward grade trend as you maneuver high school, just to see that you are taking on that challenge and those steps up, and that you are prepared to take the next step into a college curriculum. We do look at your test scores, of course, if you send them. If you apply test optional, we will not look at your test scores. There is absolutely nothing wrong with applying test optional. We will not think you're hiding something. We won't ask questions. It is definitely there for a reason. With that being said, we obviously accept students into St. Mary's, but I also like to say that we are accepting people. So we like to see that when you come to St. Mary's, you are going to continue the mission of our college and continue the legacy that we've established 176 years ago. We want our students to be involved in leadership. We want to see that you're involved in activities and that you have a life outside of your academics. Academics are important, but we love to see what else makes you, you. So definitely, please feel free to include any leadership and activities that you're involved in high school. We love to get to know you through your application. We will read any letters of recommendation that you send our way. We do require one from your counselor, but not every student is close with their counselor. I work with students in Indianapolis, and some of their high schools have 5,000 students with only 5 counselors. So not every student can be super close with their counselor. If you have a teacher that you're close with, a boss, a coach, definitely feel free to ask them to write you a letter of recommendation, and we will read it. You can send multiple, totally up to you, but if you are close with your counselor, then you only need that one, but we'll read anything you send. Most students do not send a writing sample in addition to their essay, but you are of course more than welcome to, and we will read it. But we do put a lot of emphasis on that essay that you're going to write. So take your time, have somebody proofread it, really write about something that you care about and that shows us who you are, because we love getting to know our students through their essay.
So here at St. Mary's, we work very hard to try to make this amazing educational experience that you're going to be awarded here at St. Mary's as affordable as we possibly can. We have 100% of our students receiving financial aid during their 4 years here at St. Mary's. That does include St. Mary's institutional grant money, campus employment opportunities, student loans, and merit-based scholarships as well too. When students are admitted to the college, we automatically review them for any merit-based scholarships that they may qualify for. Most of our students will receive somewhere between $15,000 to $30,000, which are renewable all 4 years, and you'll find out about it in your acceptance letter. So in my mind, not only is it a great day that you find out that you're going to be a Bell, but then you're also going to see how much scholarship are going to award you as well too. And like I mentioned before, on top of that, we do have the institutional grant money, campus employment opportunities, all of that available through the FAFSA. So you can send that in, and then we'll continue to review you for any financial aid as well. One thing I do want to note is we also accept outside scholarships. We accept the 21st Century Scholarship as well too. So all of that is kind of part of that financial aid category there. So just know that if you have any specific questions about scholarships or anything, you can always reach out to your counselor. But again, we try to make this education as affordable as we possibly can. And what's great too, when you're kind of looking at, you know, that cost of college and what those expenses are going to be, what's nice here at St. Mary's is you really don't have to worry about, you know, 4.5 years, 5 years, 5.5 years, 6 years, anything like that when it comes to how long you're going to be here. We actually have 91% of our St. Mary's graduates graduating in 4 years. And as bittersweet, I can say from the person who was sitting in the front row of my graduation, bawling my eyes out. I'm sure someone has a fabulous video of that somewhere. What's nice is we're going to get you in, but we're going to get you out. We know how important it is to get that those experiences and to really get that education that you're going to be offered here. But we also know it's important for you to go and utilize what you're learning here in our campus in those graduate programs that you'll be applying for and moving into, and those jobs that you're going to be entering as well too. And we are so confident here at St. Mary's that you are going to graduate in 4 years, that we actually have our 4-year promise for students, that we promise that you will graduate in 4 years. And if you don't, because it's something that we messed up on our end, whether we said a class was going to be offered and then it wasn't, or anything that may have messed with those scheduling changes, that was something on the college's end, we actually take care of the remaining costs needed for you to complete your degree here at St. Mary's. So just know, especially when you are looking at the finances, you know, that's a huge thing to look at as well too. You know, knowing that you don't really have to worry about adding any additional years on here at St. Mary's in order to get that degree. And along with that, St. Mary's is consistently ranked among the top liberal arts institutions and women's colleges here in the United States. And we're also ranked number 47 in the best value of colleges for this year as well too, which is very exciting. So definitely recommend that y'all stay engaged. We love that you came to chat with us here today. Or hear from us. Hopefully you're chatting some questions as well. But I definitely recommend, if you are interested in St. Mary's, stay in touch, stay engaged. You can see we are your admission counselors. All of us work with students here in the state of Indiana. We're not scary. We want to answer your questions and we want to help you throughout this process. So please, you know, feel free to stay in touch. Right now, we do have a lot of on-campus opportunities and virtual opportunities for y'all to take advantage of. Since y'all are from Indiana, what's nice is since we're not terribly far away, you can definitely come and take advantage of the on-campus outdoor tours that we currently have going on right now. So if that's something that you're interested in, definitely check those out online. We'd love to see you on campus to be on an outdoor tour and at least kind of step foot and get an idea of kind of what campus feels like if you haven't been here before. We also have virtual chats, virtual tours as well too that are actually led by students. So if you're not able to make it to campus, you can do an online, a virtual tour led by a St. Mary's student and kind of get a very similar experience just from the comfort of your couch at home. We have virtual office hours that you can pop into as well too. If you ever have a quick question, you can come and just quickly chat with an admission counselor. We have webinars going on with different academic programs here on campus. So there's so much happening that we definitely recommend that you stay engaged, you stay in touch with us, and let us know really how we can help you throughout this process. So I just want to say thank you to all of you for coming here today. Please, if you have any questions, let us know. But as an alumna myself, I am just so excited to know, that y'all were able to learn so much about St. Mary's. It truly is a very special place to me and has a very special place in my heart. I'm not from Indiana originally. I'm actually from Georgia, but Indiana is a place that has come to be my home away from home, and St. Mary's is definitely that home away from home for me. So I hope you all enjoyed learning more about my home. I hope you're able to come and visit it here soon. And if you have any questions, I know we've got a few minutes for that here, so please feel free to throw those in the chat, and we would be happy to answer them. But thank you so much.
Thank you, everyone. What a nice job. What a great presentation. It has been recorded, so it's going to be posted and available for students that they can tap into anytime. We don't have anybody signed on right now. So again, it'll be available to anybody who's out there and interested, and hopefully you'll get some good traction that way. So nicely done again. Enjoy your evening. It was nice to see everyone. Your facilitator apologized. She got kicked off and couldn't get the internet to work with her. So it happens in our lives, right? But she says hello as well. And then you guys take care of yourselves and hope everyone stays safe. And we'll see you again in person, hopefully some days soon.
Thank you.
Thank you.